Hi everyone! Welcome back to Mom and Me Beauty. Today we'll be doing a 1900s and current makeup tutorial. I, as you can see, am the current one, and Mommy's the 1900s.
This idea was developed because tomorrow we are both going to my niece's, Emma's cousin's wedding. She's getting married at the Genesee Country Museum, which is like a period museum, bunch of different houses all from the 19th and 20th centuries, and even some from the 18th century as well. So everybody that works there dresses up in period costumes. So on their wedding invitation it said that dress from any era is encouraged, and so Emma decided she wanted to stay in current 2017, and I chose the 1900s.
Be sure to click the subscribe button and the little bell next to it to be notified of all of our new videos. So let's get started. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Porcelain for my eye primer, as well as my Maybelline Fit Me powder and number 5 Bare Light. So I'm going into my Bad Habit Royals palette, and I'm going to take the color Majestic. I'll buff it into the outer corner and then into my crease. And tip, go very light-handed with this. Build it up if you need to. Okay, next I'm going to take the color Primrose, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. And then you want to blend the crease color and the lid color together to make it look a little bit more seamless. Next, I'm going to take the color Regal and put that in the outer corner and blend it all the way in. And now I'm going to take the color Primrose again and put that right from the inner corner to the edge of where I blended the color Regal in, and then I'm going to blend the life out of the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to go into the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, and I'm going to take the color Confetti, and I'm just going to spray it with a little Makeup Revolution Royal Fixing Spray, and then apply it to the center of my lid. Going back into the Royals palette, I'm going to use the color Treasury, and I'm going to use that as my under the brow bone highlight. Next step in this tutorial is mascara. Now I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, the non-waterproof version. Now that I'm done with my complexion, well, my powder and concealer, I'm going to put a inner corner color in the inner corner. So I'm going to use the color Queen from the Royals palette. Now that we are done with the eyeshadow, time to go on to eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Too Faced BROW-nie Brow in Taupe. Next up is highlight. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush in Might Tai Buy You a Drink. Now, even though it's marketed as a blush, make no mistake, it is a highlighter. Last step is lipstick. I'm going to be using the Katy Perry and Covergirl collaboration lipstick in Katy Purry.
So when doing my research to find out what ladies of the 1900s, early 1900s wore in terms of makeup, it seems that across all the sources that I could find that the key thing, especially if you were high class, was to have paler skin, a very, very simple eye look. Usually they would put like a brown or a gray paste on their lids, definitely defined brows, and a very natural red or pinky red lipstick. So my makeup look is going to be relatively minimal, but still adding in a couple modern twists. So the first thing I have done already off camera, my foundation and my concealer and set all that, so that's all set and ready to go. The next thing I am going to do is take my Too Faced Brownie Brow Pencil, but I have it in the color Deep Brown, and I'm just going to use it to fill in my brows. And yes, this brow pencil does smell exactly like brownies. Emma had mentioned it in a previous haul video, and I will link that video right up here in the corner for you if you'd like to check that out, along with down in the description bar too. Okay, next I am going to move on to priming my eyes, and I'll be using my favorite everyday primer. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. It really does lock in my shadows all day long. I wouldn't say it's waterproof necessarily, but definitely holds on to the eyeshadows and doesn't let them crease even when I'm like sweaty, or I do tend to get eyelids as well, and doesn't affect my eyeshadows at all. And it also works with high-end eyeshadows as well as your standard drugstore. All right, the next shared item that we have is the Royals Bad Habit palette, and I'm going to go into the color Treasury and use it as an all-over base and to lock in the primer. Next, I'll be taking a fluffy blending brush and going into the colors Opulent and Throne. I'm going to put these in my crease to give it a little bit more depth. Here you can see the amount of depth, and that's it for the eyes. Now I apologize, my voice cut out and some of the footage I lost. So here I'm just using my eyelash curler to curl my lashes, and then I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara as well. However, I'm using the waterproof because I get very oily under eye areas. Back into the palette, and I'm using color Majestic as my blush. And because this color is so pigmented, I highly recommend that you rub the excess off on your hand first before you apply it to the cheek, because man, it'll be bright on your cheek if you don't do that first. For my highlighter, I'm using my Essence Pure Nude highlighter in number 10, Be My Highlight. This is one of my modern twists, of course. And then for my lid color, since I used a bright red or a pinky red, I'm using my Maybelline Colorblur Cream Matte Pencil in number 3, Partner in Crimson. And to finish it off, I am using my Makeup Revolution Fixing Spray. And again, this is one of my modern twists just to make sure it stays. This is the completed look. Very simple, but very reminiscent of around 1900. And that is it for our period-inspired 1900s and current video using the same and similar makeup. We hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up down below. It really does help us to know that you like this type of video so that we can continue to make more of these for you. Again, if you're new here, consider subscribing by hitting that subscribe button down below and a little bell that is right next to it so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. And we do upload twice a week. On Mondays is Mom and Me Day, and on Thursdays is either Teen Take with Emma or Mom Moment with me. Make sure that you share this video with your friends, because once we get to 100 subscribers, which we are hoping to very, very shortly, we will be having our first ever giveaway on this channel, and we are so excited and cannot wait. Connect with us on Instagram under Mom and Me Beauty, and with Emma under Emma_N_2004. Thank you again so very much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you in our next Mom and Me video.
Bye everyone!